Last night was a tough night for the president, of course, but there's another story to be told about Mitt Romney's performance, which relied on fuzzy math, vague policy prescriptions, and statements that strained the truth. I'm being nice here. Like when he denied his tax plan would cost $5 trillion. Denied it. Independent economists say that it is indeed the case. $5 trillion cost to the economy. The New York Times editorial today, they got out overnight, says the following. Virtually every time Mr. Romney spoke, he misrepresented the platform on which he and Paul Ryan are actually running. That's quite a statement. And a New York magazine, Jonathan Chait, challenged Romney over his economic plan and seems to rely on some magical numbers and thinking. Quote, I love what he says here, Jonathan Chait. So Romney's a candidate of a 20% tax cut, tax rates, a new plan to cover people with pre-existing conditions, and higher defense spending. And he will accomplish it all by eliminating federal funding for PBS. Well, the question is, can Obama and his team win the post-debate debate by highlighting some of this nonsense and Romney's fuzzy language here? Willie Brown's the former mayor of San Francisco, former Speaker of the House out there, and Joan Walsh is editor-at-large for Salon, and the author of What's the Matter with White People. I want to get to these points, but Mayor, your thoughts up front. Can you win on the facts, having lost perhaps on performance value?
It's very, very difficult to get people in the world, observant politicians, to ever come to the substance. They always go for style. They always are influenced by performances. And I believe that Mr. Obama took a licking last night. The public knows that. And now to suggest that the facts supports what his position was supposed to be, I don't think carries.
You know, I got to ask you a personal question about the president. You know, I do look up to him in so many ways. And when I'm with him, I just say to myself, and I do this really objectively, I think. I look at him and I listen to him after he's briefed us on something. I go, this guy ought to be president. He has the command of the issues. He has scope. He has relevance. He can talk to you as a regular person in common English as well as the wonk talk. He's got an IQ that must be up in the 100 and whatever range, way up there. And yet last night he was tongue-tied. He let the other guy own the room. What do you think was on his mind before you get on to Romney? Because I know you think a lot about this and care a lot. Mayor.
Well, what I think happened last night is I think Barack Obama, frankly, went to sleep. He had anticipated being perceived as arrogant, being perceived as a genius, being perceived as taking advantage of